Welcome to my second video. In the first video, I talked about silent changes that editors often do. And I want to point out some of those mistakes that we find as editors and that we fix as silent changes. A good editor will fix these for you, but it's always good for you to know as well. Now, the first very common mistake I find is two spaces in between sentences. This is a holdover from the days that we learned to type on typewriters. Back then, we were taught, and indeed, we are supposed to do two spaces in between each sentence. But with computers, that is no longer needed. Now it's just one space. So to fix that, you could go sentence by sentence and delete each extra space, but that's going to be very time consuming. So there's a very quick way that will take you basically 5 seconds, if even that. And that's you go up to here to the replace key, and that was found under the home tab. So you go to the home tab and then the replace, and just here you hit the space bar twice under find, and the second dialog box you just hit it space bar once, replace all, and as you see it made 16 replacements. So that's going to save you a lot of time rather than going one by one. The other very common mistake I see is that people indent their paragraphs with the tab key, but that is incorrect. You really want to format it using the paragraph key. And the way you do this is you highlight each paragraph, or you can highlight the whole manuscript. By the way, a good way to highlight the entire manuscript is just hit Control A. That will highlight your entire manuscript. And then you go up here, also under the Home tab is a Paragraph tab, and you'll see a little arrow at the very bottom. So click on that arrow. Here under Special, you want to do the first line because that's the one you want to indent. And for me, the default is 0.5, and that's probably what you should also do. So you hit that OK, and you see it indents each paragraph. Now if you're not indenting the first line of each chapter, as some people do, then you just hit the backspace on that very first paragraph, but the rest are indented as they should be. Also here you'll see under indentation, you'll see a left and a right. If you have something that you want to, something in the middle of a passage, let's say a poem for instance, that is indented even more, then you do that here with the left and right. You know, just click that as much as you want to, and that will also indent. Down here you have line spacing. Again, the standard for the industry, if you're sending this out to agents, for example, is double. So you would hit double, and there you go. Oh, sorry, just did it on that first one. But let's do that again. Hit double. That'll change everything to double spacing. The other thing I see that is often mistakenly done is M dashes. Again, I will fix this for you, and so will any other editor, but 2 little dashes is not correct. The easiest way is to hit Control Alt, and at the very top right hand corner of your keyboard you should see a dash. That will create an M dash. That is the correct way to do an M dash. The Chicago Manual Style says no space before and after an M dash. However, I've seen many other publications or publishers who do like space before and after an M dash, so that really is a matter of style. That's not such a biggie, but you do want to have the correct M dash. Finally, the last one I'll go over is ellipses. And here I had incorrectly typed 3 ellipses. Many people do them by just hitting the period and having a space in between the period. So once again, that's not the correct way, believe it or not, to do it. The correct way is to hit hold down Control and Alt at the same time and your period. And that will create the proper ellipsis. This is mostly a big deal if your ellipsis is at the end of a line. It might, you might have one period falling over into the next line or something strange like that. So in order to keep all the ellipses together, you do it with the Control, Alt, and period key. So those are a few little tricks of the trade to get you off on the right foot. If you have any questions, please let me know. Thanks.